This is Lorena, and I am going to show you how I was able to process this face right here. If you are intrigued, please keep watching. If not, then I'm sorry. Maybe you like some of my other videos. And if you haven't noticed, I brushed my hair. Finally! I actually want to take the time and let all of you know that this has been nothing but absolute fun, and I enjoy everyone's feedback, and I appreciate all of you. So very supportive, and I will stop blabbering and I will get to the video. But yes, thank you so much. Please subscribe. Please comment, let me know what else you guys like to see. I have a couple of videos in mind already that I will be doing this week, so I'm going to get the working. And yeah, this is what I have so far. I'll be using one palette on my eyes, and it's the KatvonD Shade and Light palette. But yeah, thank you so very much. There's a squirrel by my window. We're gonna start with moisturizing first because we gotta make sure that foundation goes on flawlessly. And I use e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer, and I am like down to the T. I use that much because I have very dry skin, especially now since it's like colder. I am the freaking, like, the desert is on my face, no joke. This is the Mario Badescu Hydro Moisturizer with Vitamin C. So this is another moisturizer that I use. Ah! Too much! Way too much.
This is so wasteful.
I'm not this wasteful. Oh my god. Oh. And Mario Badescu is not cheap. I'm gonna go everywhere. Okay, so we are definitely moisturized. That was a lot. I'm gonna go with Ulta Beauty's Poreless Face Primer. And this works amazing. Honestly, like at first I was a little skeptical, but it works really good. And I kind of like the fact that it's a little silicone-y, just because I know it's gonna work. Like about that much. That much would do. So I just pat it in. And I put it right here just because that's where I get really dry. And then I'm gonna let that sink in. So give it about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, just because I put a lot. So if you're gonna put a lot, give it a little bit more time to set. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. And it's this little itty bitty one because I bought the little $30 sample. Yeah, $30 for all 4 of these, which was good because I've never tried primer for Smashbox, and honestly I understand why it's a high-end price. It works so good. It works amazing. Love it. And this is another moisturizing primer, and I kind of just put it in those 4 areas, the most important areas. You hear my babies chirping. Now after that, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a minimize pores, photo finish minimize pores primer. You can't get enough. I only use a little bit just because you don't really need that much, because this is pretty effective. And not only that, I had already put that first coat of poreless primer from Ulta, so it kind of works hand in hand. But I'm telling you, look at this. I dab it in because it's pretty thick. We're gonna go in on the chin. And I had to learn this the hard way because I wasn't sure how my skin was. Because at first, you know, you think I thought, in my opinion, my skin was oily, you know? And then when I would put makeup on, it would kind of slide. And then when I used the setting powder, I noticed like it gets patches, and I'm just like, what the heck's going on? I had to learn how to like prime in my own way. So I started to kind of like educate myself, like, oh, okay, so if I bake, I have to put extra moisturizer. And if I don't bake, I can put like a minimum amount. But I want to bake today, so that's why I'm going hard on the face. With the photo finish, I'm only going to put a very little amount all on my face, because this is like the holy grail. Like, it is amazing. So we're gonna put a little bit right here, a bit right here. Okay, we are nice and primed and ready to go. I'm gonna go in with my absolute favorite foundation right now, the ABH Cosmetics Luminous Foundation in the shade 270C. I love this foundation. It is the best. It really is. So here we go. One pump really does the trick. You don't really need to use more than one. It's buildable. NYX Fill in Fluff eyebrow pencil. It has this super cute little brush that's supposed to like buff out your bushy eyebrows, which I have like no eyebrows, so I envy the bush brows because I am a full brow girl and I have like none. So here we go. It's gonna be super quick. I'm gonna speed you up, okay? Okay, so now that I went ahead and threw on some brows, I'm gonna go in and clean up around the areas with my Pro Concealer, of course, as I always do. It is my favorite. So for the eyes, like I said, I'm gonna do a nude look. I'm gonna use KatvonD Shade and Light palette. I'm gonna go in with this peachy tone. I would tell you the names of them, however, I've had this forever. And just put it all over my eyelid as the base. I'm gonna expand it out. Create an outline, like where I'm gonna keep the shadow and how long ways. I'm doing it long ways this way because that's my eye shape. If you want, you can create like a halo if you have, you know, bigger eyes, which I envy you if you have bigger eyes because I can never do anything with my little eyes. And then as I'm expanding it out, I'm gonna like go in and create like a little indent. I probably should have used a smaller brush. It's better to go in with a light hand and start off light rather than to go hard and then like have regrets. I didn't tell you the brushes, huh? I'm using the same brush set that I used in my last makeup video. It's the BH Cosmetics, and this is number 7. And I have this Morphe brush, which is M330, and it's the fluffy tapered brush. I'm gonna go in and kind of brush out the red that I had put on with the number 7 brush, and I'm gonna blend it out with this Morphe 330 brush. And I'm blending my life away. Okay, so I'm gonna just do like a half cut crease, not a full, just because I don't want to take away from the red. And I'm going in through my inner corner, like this. Okay, so let's pat it all in. You can use your basic concealer brush to pat it in, or you can use your fingers. So there. Now I'm gonna go in with this beautiful brown color. I'm going to take it on this flat brush, and this is number 6 in that BH Cosmetics set. And I'm going to pat it in. February is going to be among us. And I'm super excited for the Valentine's Day looks. It's gonna be so much fun. I already have like so many ideas planned out in my head. Now, normally I would have done opposite, like I would have had the brown on the outside and then I would have had the red on the inner corner, but I felt like being different today. So I decided to do it opposite because there is no rules in this game, honey. And I'm gonna go around and blend it in with the red. But I'm gonna do it very lightly, so you know what? I'm actually gonna use a fluffier brush than this. So let's go back with number 7. And I'm gonna add a little bit. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker right here, just slightly darker. a little bit darker. I don't want to take away too much from the red, so we're gonna just go in lighter strokes. Then I'm gonna go in with number 8 and grab that red, and I'm gonna outline. Now we're gonna go back in and conceal, so that way I can clean up the sides. And then I'm going to use my cream contour from BH Cosmetics. But I kind of go for like a heart shape because my face is pretty round and chunky, so that best works for me. And after this, I go in, I kind of pat it in with a beauty blender to kind of stick it all in there, you know? And then I go back in with the powder. So I kind of like do an intense contour when I do both cream and powder. I kind of go into my eye as well, like the eyebrow. You see the difference between that side and that side? Let's beat that face. Now please enjoy the music as I pound into my face. Typically, I do all of that after typically I do the contour and the concealer after I have applied my foundation, but I forgot again. So I'm gonna go over the contour with the foundation, which some people do that. Some people put their cream contour under their foundation, which I'm about to do right now, and some people put their contour over their foundation. So I guess it kind of works hand in hand anyway. So I'm going to put the foundation over the cream contour, and then I'm gonna go back in with the powder either way. So it's okay, no shame here. Let's go back in. It is super light and I love it because how buildable it is. because I love a cake face, okay? With my fave, you already know, the ABH Cosmetics setting powder. Dip it in with the number 4 brush. And I'm gonna pat it in. So I'm gonna go with Wet n Wild Contour Palette. This is a really good palette for beginners. And I got it because it was affordable. Now I'm gonna go in with the bronzer. And add it right in there. Now let's pat it all away. Big fluffy brush, number 1. I'm gonna intensify it a little bit. So I'm gonna just add a little, and this is an e.l.f. contour brush. I'm going to add some color onto the bottom. A matte look, but I also really love highlight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some glitter onto the inner corners of my eyes. I'm gonna do that with the number 9 brush. And I'm gonna go in right here. Add that. Oh, and I'm using the Juvia's palette. Now let's throw some lashes on, shall we? All right, the lashes. Now let's go into my freckles. Freckles are on. And let's add some blush. You know, I love me some blush. I love blush. I go crazy with the blush. Probably a little bit too crazy. My eyebrows with my eyebrow gel. And it's from NYX, and it's tinted brow mascara, and it is the color Espresso. And I add this last because I don't want to add this first and have like a bunch of powder on my brows. So I figured it's best to do it last. And now for our lips. I'm going in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color Dubai. All right, my beautiful friends, and this is the final look.